come from a political family. So a year back you joined politics also. Now you have such a big responsibility. So what have you been learning so far in the past 1 year? And if you look at your profile as if you come from a political family. So what have you been learning so far, especially in the last 1 year?
So first of all, I personally, as a child, I think I come from a very happy family, not a political family. I come from a happy family where my parents happen to be in politics. There's a difference. And I think that difference is very key to how you approach everything. So I come from a very happy, normal family where I was truly loved, and I'm grateful to God. Cherish my family to the hilt. Regarding the second part of the question as to what I have learned in the last 1 year, I'm very grateful to the party for the opportunity. As you know, I started my political journey about 24 years ago as an ABVP Karyakarta. So my Sanghayu is 24 years. My entry into the party was as the co-convener of the legal cell. I had an opportunity of serving the party for about a decade, a little over a decade, as a lawyer, doing cases for the party in the Sangathan. By the grace of God, this is my 17th year in the practice of law. Entered the party as a co-convener of the legal cell. After some time, I was asked to discharge the duty of being the secretary of Delhi BJP. And then on 2nd of March, a new responsibility was fastened on my shoulders of becoming the candidate from New Delhi constituency. Across the board, one thing that I've learned is there is no shortcut to Jan Sampark. There is no shortcut to connecting with the people directly. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. Now, comparison with your mothers are bound to happen. I am sure people must be coming to you, narrating anecdotes and narrating their experience with your mother. So what have you picked from your mother? I mean, her political astuteness, her political understanding of the situation, her interaction with people. So you must have instinctively picked up a few things from her also.
So, first of all, I'm very grateful to the people of Delhi because I can tell you that the love and the admiration and the affection that they have for her is showering in the form of blessings. And I'm very grateful to Delhi for that. Regarding as to what I have picked up from her, it is not that I've picked up something politically from her, because I was never the daughter of Sushma Swaraj, the politician. I was always the daughter of Sushma Swaraj, the mother. And what a wonderful mother. But I definitely can say that I'm a distillation of her values, as all children are. Somewhere she was the architect of my personality. One thing that she taught me, and that is irrespective of whether you're in politics, generally in life, is to be fearless. To be fearless, to give your best and then leave the rest to God. So one is to actually be fearless and to give it your best without worrying about the results. Results are never in your control. But what is in your control is the amount of effort that you're putting in. And I can tell you, my approach is to be relentless as far as effort is concerned.
Now coming to Delhi, BJP has been sweeping the Lok Sabha polls because elections are fought in Modi's name. So this time, AAP and Congress have come together. That's a change which has happened. So how tough or easy do you look at the challenge you are facing this time and the party is facing?
There is no shortcut to hard work. So I'll never use the word easy. And I'll never be complacent. Having said that, it's not a challenge. Reason being because the voter of Delhi is very, very intelligent, extremely smart. This particular alliance has eroded at the credibility of the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Arvind Kejriwal. There are two aspects to it. The first aspect is that the Honorable Chief Minister had actually sworn on the lives of his children, where he had said that he will never ever form an alliance with the Congress party. When he did a 180-degree U-turn on this particular oath of his, it eroded at the credibility of the Honorable Chief Minister. अगर आपके बच्चों की जिंदगी पे ली हुई शपथ का मोल नहीं है, तो आपके बोल का मोल नहीं है. And that really matters when you're in public life. The second aspect to it is, both the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, their alliance is actually hinged or wedged on selfish political interest. If you remember, the Aam Aadmi Party actually was chosen by the people of Delhi on an anti-corruption plank. We all have seen those visuals of the Honorable Chief Minister with a black diary in which he had sort of canonized the names of stalwarts of the Congress party. And he used to allege that they are all involved in a 500 crore corruption club. It seems that today, when the Aam Aadmi Party is entrenched in corruption, whether it is the Delhi Jal Board scam, panic button scam, spurious drug scam, fake pathological test scam, classroom scam, sheesh mahal scam, liquor scam, and I'm just naming a few. What's happened, it almost seems as the Aam Aadmi Party has achieved the criteria or the eligibility to enter or become a member of this 500 crore corruption club. And that again, as I said, the voter of Delhi is so intelligent that that has eroded at their credibility as well. And therefore, I don't see them as a challenge.
Flowing from that, AAP and Congress guarantees talk about cash transfers and sops to people. BJP talks about Modi guarantee. So in any way, is it a contest between Modi guarantee and opposition guarantees?
Very respectfully, it is not. Modi's guarantee flows from the aspect that Modi is the epitome of promise fulfillment. Whatever was enunciated in a manifesto in the past, each and every promise has been fulfilled. Whether it was abrogation of Article 370, whether it was actually bringing in the CAA, whether it was bringing the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam and bringing in 33% reservation in favor of women in both the Vidhan Sabha and the Parliament, whether it was construction of a grand Ram temple, he is the epitome of promise fulfillment. Modi's guarantee and his vision of a Viksit Bharat is resonating with the electorate, with the voters. When you talk about the opposition, I would very respectfully say that they are not guarantees. They are mere statements, and that's all that they remain. Chunavi jumle hain, usse zyada kuch nahi.
Ma'am, Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal is in jail and is refusing to resign. Is it affecting the governance of Delhi, and you yourself as a lawyer, is it a case for President's rule now?
As far as the President rule is concerned, this is something that I cannot predict. I'm not an astrologer. Is it affecting his insistence on running the government from Aam Aadmi Party, from jail, is certainly affecting Delhi. I do not understand why the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Arvind Kejriwal, is clinging to power. Why is he clinging to the chair of the CM? He is actually doing this. His insistence is actually working to the detriment of Delhiites. There are two aspects to it. First, whenever the Honorable Chief Minister had taken the oath of becoming the Chief Minister of Delhi, he had also taken an oath of confidentiality. But whenever you're in jail, no document can pass across jail until and unless the prison authorities have seen it. You and I both know that the prison authorities, in the normal course of business, do not have the mandate to see any or cannot be privy to any document from the Chief Minister's office. Mr. Kejriwal is compromising on this particular oath. The second aspect is, I want to ask them, is there such a dearth of talent in the Aam Aadmi Party? Is there such a crisis of leadership? Are they telling me that out of 60 MLAs, there is not a single individual who's competent enough to discharge the duties of the Chief Minister? The Honorable Chief Minister ought to resign on the grounds of morality. And I also want to ask Arvind Kejriwal ji, if it is moral to run the government from jail, why did he take resignations from Manish Sisodia ji and from Satyendra Jain ji? Why are there always different sets of rules that he plays by for himself and others? He's a very, very khas admi in the garb of an Aam Aadmi.
Ma'am, how do you respond to the accusations of the Aam Aadmi Party of political vendetta being carried out by BJP and the misuse of investigating agencies in the whole episode?
I'm glad that you asked me this question. Very recently, there is a judgment by the Honorable High Court of Delhi. The petition was filed by Arvind Kejriwal ji himself. And this was not a petition for bail. It's very important to know the difference. If it was a petition merely for bail, then of course the courts would have simply seen prima facie evidence, seen whether a prima facie case is made out. This particular petition was filed by the Honorable Chief Minister, Arvind Kejriwal ji, asking the courts to adjudicate whether his arrest is legal or illegal. That means he wanted the courts to go into the nitty-gritties of the evidence collected against him. It's a higher threshold. When the courts came back with a verdict, the courts deemed that they have seen and perused the entirety of the evidence that the investigating agencies have produced, and they deemed that, number one, Mr. Kejriwal was involved in his personal capacity. As the convener of the Aam Aadmi Party, he was involved in taking back kickbacks worth crores of rupees, and that money was misused for the activities of the Aam Aadmi Party itself. That is why, after seeing the entire evidence, the Honorable Delhi High Court held that his arrest was legal. Regarding politicizations of investigating agencies, like I said, the Bharatiya Janata Party has no role to play in it. The courts of this land have said, and they're independent, even when the bail application of Manish Sisodia ji was rejected, and it has been rejected 8 times. After the rejection of the Honorable Supreme Court of India, his review petition and his curative petition both have been dismissed. The Honorable Supreme Court of India has also held that prima facie case is made out against Mr. Manish Sisodia of corruption in the liquor scam.
Ma'am, coming back to the election, what are the issues that you are raising in your campaign in the New Delhi constituency?
So it's a very positive campaign. Extreme, because I do not do negative Rajniti. We are so confident in the work done by the Modi administration. We have a report card of the last decade to show that Modi ji is the epitome of promise fulfillment. And now we also have the Sankalp Patra of a Viksit Bharat. The pledge taken there of development of infrastructure in India, social infrastructure, digital infrastructure, and of course, physical infrastructure. The whole aspect of leveraging technology and making India the hub of industry, the hub of innovation, the hub of technology, the hub of startups. These are things which are resonating with the people. And of course, even when we talk about women empowerment, you know that the rhetoric of women empowerment under the able leadership of Modi ji has progressed from women empowerment to women-led development. There is one particular yojana which really resonates with me, and that is the Namo Drone Didi.
Okay.
When you leverage technology and you make women drone pilots, you're not only actually ushering in an era of economic empowerment, you're also ensuring that there is a tectonic shift in the psychology of people. There is going to be a social revolution the moment my sisters are going to be drone pilots in the villages. Things like PM Swarnidhi, such a revolutionary scheme. जिनकी गारंटी कोई नहीं लेता, उनकी गारंटी मोदी जी लेते हैं. अब वो योजनाएं गांव-गांव, कस्बे-कस्बे तक भी जा रही हैं. So you are actually ensuring that economic empowerment is infiltrating and permeating till the last mile.
Ma'am, I think there are 2 targets in front of you. One, the BJP should win all the 7 seats in Delhi, and along with the allies, 400 across the country. So how confident are you? You already see the first phase voting now. So how confident are you?
More confident after seeing the first phase of voting. And I know that Ab Ki Baar 400 Par is not a slogan, it's a pledge. And I know that the people of Bharat are going to ensure that this pledge is fulfilled.
I mean, now you have a bright political career ahead. Where do you look yourself? You more active in the national politics or the Delhi state politics?
I see myself as a Karyakarta of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
I think there's also buzz on the ground. I think there's Delhi BJP wants a CM face. So if the party were to decide that in the elections next year, you become the CM face, will you be willing to step up the particular responsibility?
I'm a lawyer, Prafulji. I do not talk about hypothetical situations and conjectures. I only deal with facts. I am a Karyakarta of the Bharatiya Janata Party, which I will remain till my last breath. Today, the party has fastened on me a responsibility to be a candidate from the New Delhi constituency in parliament elections. I am concentrating on discharging this to the best of my ability.
So which means you will not shy away from any responsibility in the future?
You're trying to stuff words in my mouth. I will not respond to it.
Thank you so much.
I do not talk in conjectures. I do not talk in hypothetical situations.
I think at the personal level, we would like to see a second person from Tara becoming the CM and complete that particular tenure of 5 years, which I think is still missing from the family.
I'm not going to respond to that either.
Okay.